What's going on YouTube? This is Chaos-Reighn here, and in this video I'm here to bring you the fully geared out to the teeth deck stacking iceshot. Now this build is a build that I've always been playing for a long time. I've played it basically since, I learned about it back in Metamorph, and ever since I've loved it. It's also one of the more consistent sources of just blowing a lot of creatures up in your maps. Though I will say, without a headhunter, doing like multiplayer content does feel pretty bad. It's not easy to carry. I am using Mage Blood though, so I don't need any kind of resistances on any of my gear. I can just use nothing but raw stats every single place that I can find it. So, let's get into what exactly this entails. Alright, so first things first, we have our Thicket Bow with dex-stack. It's not legacy, but we do have double arrows, attack speed, double damage, crit chance quality, attack speed for per quality, and then socketed more. We already divined it to hit the high roll on both numbers. Unfortunately, it is 1 instead of 2 to 4, but that doesn't matter all that much considering we just do so much damage anyway. Alright, so on top of that, we have a whopping 52% chance to crit with 331 crit multi with barrage. This is actually changes as you go. Currently, our iceshot is sitting at 51% chance to crit with 331 multi as well. We have 264 tooltip, and then when we throw our inspirations out, did I not have inspiration on? Oh, does it not work if I don't spend mana, huh? Hold on, I gotta put a regular inspiration in my dad. Alright. That's that. Alright, now I'm actually supposed to switch focus out for crit damage. But I don't think I have a crit damage right now. I think I'm all out. There we go, increased critical damage. And that gives us a lot more multi for barrage. Our stats are 75, 75, 75 with 98% spell suppression, I think, 97%. Then we reduce 55% of spells taken. We do have 48k evasion. We don't have a lot of armor, so yeah, our chance to avoid is 85, but our physical damage reduction is only 2. Now, what else? We do have 1956 dex. This is pretty high, and the reason we are choosing the Hiri's Ire over, say, the dex stacking armor is because for us to get the 178 to 240 added cold damage to attacks would be a pretty big ask. It's a lot of dex that you have to get, and we're not using a legacy dex stack bow, we're using a regular one, so this is more worth it in the long run. We have our fractal thoughts with blood rage grants additional attack speed. Currently I'm not using the blood rage, but I do have them. Let me go grab one real quick. A 114. There we go, a 2019. Take it to our currency tab. We'll apply a GCP 2020. Alright, cool. And now we have blood rage. As you can see. Now one thing I will say is that I haven't finished these yet. For example, I do need to change one of these out for a phasing flask eventually. It'll probably be the element I don't care about the most, and I'll put like attack speed on the phasing flask, but I have to find one first. However, before we get into too much, let's go ahead and let's see, we have one use of this, so doesn't matter all that much. I'm just going to do this. Oh, I don't want to use the rest of the sextants right now. Okay, I'll just go to a delve node. See if I can't show you exactly what the DPS feels like. Go ahead and get a lich node started. This is depth 258, so you can see. Alright.
I'm not up to that just yet.
We can move to 300 now. Sorry, I'm just trying to pick some good places so I can test the DPS for you. Sure, we'll go with 320 so you guys can see. As you see, everything's just getting frozen. There are a couple of things that are not frozen, but yeah. Yeah, this is why you need frozen. Sometimes you get body blocked. This is 66% more monster life on this node, just so you guys can kind of see it's pretty smooth damage. We're able to kill rares very fast. I don't know where this guardian came from. Back here somewhere? And as you see, we're able to do this node pretty easily. It was touch and go a couple of times, but you know, bow builds are bow builds. They get pretty squishy pretty quick. As you see, even the rares with 60% extra life and all that stuff just get bursted down really quickly. Now this isn't like the best clear, and I do have to work on some scaling, but it is pretty insane. Alright. One of the things I will say is you'll have to probably put triple multi-jewels in your tree with what do you call it, elemental cold and all that stuff, so your iceshot can clear better. Your barrage single target is already really solid, as you saw there. Like just pressing it once made the enemy pretty much get deleted. I wanted to showcase a map, but unfortunately I had sextant set up, and this is not a juicer mapper version. This is just a super tanky version with mage blood. It does have insane damage, but we are not relying on Headhunter to get more and more buffs. I would say that if you could fix your reses somehow, and not use all the stuff I've used, such as synth dex boots with this, and you know, 60 dex boots here, and all this other stuff, you would probably be a lot better off. But this is just what I have. For attribute stuff, eventually I'll craft better stuff. I do have extra synth boots, and I'm still looking for a synth pair of gloves, but for now they do a job. Now, one thing I will say is that if you're looking to play this build, don't try and go as ham as I did. I have all this stats because I really want to be somewhat tinky with 3.47k health and a lot of evasion. I basically rarely get hit. When I do get hit, it doesn't insta-kill me because all my elemental damage is reduced. I also have 97% spell suppression, so spells rarely can do enough damage to one-shot me, unless they're like big boss spells. As you see here, we have spell suppression here, and eventually we're going to craft a pair of dex gloves with spell suppression once we find the gloves. We are using Hiri's demise here, a +1 or +% attributes percent dex with crafted on cold res, just so I have cold res capped, and then damage for dex for implicit. Triple dex ring, synth dex ring, Hiri's bow, and our tree is pretty cookie cutter. We are using a brutal restraint right here with 5%, 20 elemental damage, 20 elemental damage, alchemist genius, +20 flat dex, 5% dex, and gain frenzy charge on kill. Then of course duration of elemental elements and max life. So we have a pretty good tree here. For our top jewel, we are taking Replica Conqueror's Efficiency. For our jewel down here, we are taking a Watcher's Eye with base crit Hatred and blind on hit Grace, which since we're running Grace, we're able to do something. I kinda completely forgot I had an open jewel slot here, but I will be placing my jewel there. We are taking the bow nodes here with projectile speed. However, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take knockback enemies because it'll knock them back and freeze them, making it so it's harder for them to hit me. We are taking thick skin for all these health nodes here. We are taking point blank. We're taking the effect of marks and coal marked enemies. And we are taking Emperor's Cunning and 2 split personalities, one with strength dex, one with dex life, so we can have, you know, as much value as we can out of it. And as you see here, our strength is above our int, so we are able to take the full benefit from this, which translates to, what is it, 1% elemental damage per 10 dexterity, no, 50% dexterity if strength is higher than int. Because it is, we get that bonus. Without this on, we actually go down to 17. With it on, we're at 1936. And lastly, yeah, that's all I can say pretty much. Unfortunately, I did forget to put my other jewel back in. That jewel would be something like this. Let me find them real quick. I have them set aside. It's back here. Yeah, there we go. I don't know why I kept passing it. There we go. Max life, elemental with cold, and movement speed. So this actually helps iceshot, but does not help barrage. So what you can do here is, if you want to, you can actually drop barrage for a iceshot, secondary iceshot, and add like, still add like crit multi if you want, or barrage support obviously, and you would just not have one of these two. This allows you to hit a few ice shots in succession, just wail on people. But it's totally up to you on how you want to do it. Added cold would probably be a good drop because you already have so much. Oh, I didn't even notice that. That's so cool. You have so much stuff going for you already. But yep, that's the build. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you do, please feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe. This was requested from a friend of mine in game. His name is Uter. He wanted to see me basically build this build and show it to him, have him POB and everything. So I'm gonna let him do that, and you know, he'll let me know what it's like. But yep, take it easy, everybody. Have a good one, and stay cool. I'll be streaming tonight in, I'd like to say, a couple hours here, and an hour here. About, see, 45 minutes is when I start my stream, which is 7:30 Pacific. No, 7:30. I'm in like Cali, so anyway, in 45 minutes, so just say 45 minutes from when this uploads, or like 40 minutes from when this uploads, I will be starting stream. So anyone who paid attention, cool. Or if you want to visit me anytime, I stream the same time every day. Twitch.tv/Chaos-Reighns. Reighn is the same spelt as my PSN and my YouTube. I just have an S at the end of it. I do hope I get some more visitors sometime soon, and if you guys want to see more build guide videos and stuff like that, let me know, as well as farming videos. Have a good one, everybody, and take it easy.